I'm gonna give you 3 things today that will change your life. You gotta do more than just listen to these messages. You gotta get up and walk them out. It is written, but be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. This is your season. This is your time. No more excuses. You'll never get back what you lost by defending the way that you lost it. All right, let's get this class started. Now, next level seasons require next level questions. So I'm gonna start out with this first question. How do you define success? I don't mean what the world has told you success is. What do you say it is? How do you define success? The real inheritance we receive from our parents is their thinking. However, even though their beliefs are handed down to us, we get to choose whether we accept them or not. Decisions ignite the explosion of change. Just because you've done something your whole life doesn't mean you have to continue to keep doing it. You are not hearing this by mistake. God is about to do something amazing in your life. For the last 3.5 years, I've been on a world speaking tour. Even with COVID, we've done almost 80 events. From New York to LA, to the Virgin Islands, to Rome, Paris, London. We've been everywhere. And being on this tour, I've had the honor of meeting hundreds and hundreds of millionaires and billionaires. And one thing that I have noticed that all of them have in common is this. Each one of them have came up to me and introduced themselves, and then every single one, believe it or not, every single one of them asked me the same question. They said, how can I add value to your life? I study greatness and have been studying greatness for 25 years. It is not a coincidence that every single millionaire and billionaire that I have met asked me that question. So your first success principle for today is this: money chases value. The common person chases money. The millionaires, the billionaires, the high achievers, they understand the laws of money. They understand this, that money chases value. People who can solve problems are always in demand. This will change your life if you get up every single day and say, how do I take my passions, how do I take my gifts and my talents and package them up in a way that will add value to the world? Everybody you meet from here forward, ask them that same question. How can I add value to your life? How can I make your life easier? In this upcoming recession, people who understand value, companies that understand value and are value focused will thrive. Common people, common companies seek to raise prices. Great people, great companies seek to raise value. I'm gonna give you an illustration of this. A few years back, this guy booked me to speak in Hawaii to his company. He was a mortgage company that specialized in VA loans. They'd only been in business 3 years and we're already a $1 billion company. Success leaves clues. So I didn't go there just to speak to his people to add value to that company. I came there to learn myself. So I sat down with Tony, the CEO, and I asked him, how did you go from working for somebody else to owning your own $1 billion company in 3 years? How did you do that? He said, well, the company that I was working for weren't treating veterans the way I thought they should treat veterans. He said, I'm a veteran myself, and I believe that everybody who fights for this country should also own a piece of this country. So I started my own business to serve veterans. I only had one customer, but I made up my mind that I was gonna serve this customer, that I was gonna add more value to this customer's life than anybody else in the world. He said, I knew if I did that, this customer would refer me to 10 other customers. And I was gonna treat those 10 the same way I did him, and then I'd have a business. That's what happened. We had so much business coming in that I had to hire over 100 employees. I had to get all of them to buy into the same philosophy of adding value. And once they did, we ended up expanding into 40 states across the US. That's the power of adding value. Go into work tomorrow. Ask your boss, how can I make your life easier? What can I do to add more value to this company? Call every single client you have and ask them that question. How can I add more value value to your life. I had a guy commit to this process. After coming to my seminar, he said, I'm gonna do this for the next 7 days straight. Everybody I come in contact with, I'm gonna say, how can I add value to your life? Every one of my clients, how can I add value to your life? He said in 7 days, I made over $400,000 extra dollars by just using this principle. I tell my Fortune 500 companies this: don't you dare think about raising prices until you figure out first how to raise your value for your clients. If you want to get rich, find a way to solve more problems. If you want to become wealthy, find a way to add more value. Money chases value. This is biblical. Do unto others as you'd have do unto you. It's simple. Your bank account will eventually revert back to the equivalent level of value that you are adding to the world. Success principle number 2 today is own the 30. Now let me explain. I was doing this seminar in San Antonio, Texas. And after the event, this guy comes up to me and says, I just want to thank you. He said, 3 years ago, I started listening to your motivational videos. And he said, I set a goal for myself, 2 goals. He said, before I turn 30, I'm gonna become a millionaire and I'm gonna buy a brand new Lamborghini. He said, last month, I reached my millionaire goal. And he said, tomorrow, I'm going to pick up my brand new Lamborghini. They got the keys waiting for me. I said, man, that's awesome. Wow, congratulations. Now tell me, what kind of business are you in and how did you do it? He said, I'm in solar. We go door to door knocking to sell our product, cold knocking. And he said, the way I did it was I own the 30. What do you mean own the 30? Explain that to me. He said, the company that I work for drops us off in the neighborhood early in the morning. We go house to house knocking on each door trying to sell them solar. He said, we are cold knocking. They didn't ask us to come to the house, so we get a lot of doors slammed in our face. But we know this, that it's a numbers game. If we knock on enough doors, we will make the sales. We will hit the numbers, but we gotta be willing to stand in there and get that door slammed in our face. And not many people are cut out for that. Not many people can take that much rejection and keep moving forward. He said it's like this: I come up to a door, I knock on the door, they open and I say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'd like to, talk to you about solar. Would you be interested? He said, they slam the door in my face. No, I don't want that solar, get out of here. Boom, slam the door. He said, then I go to the next house, I knock on that door. Would you like to buy solar? They say, no, I don't want to buy no solar. Get off my front porch. Boom, slam the door. He said, now, most people by that third door, they are defeated. He said, I knew if I was going to reach my goals of becoming a millionaire and driving that Lamborghini, that I was going to have to guard my mind. I was going to have to protect it in between each house. He said, now, it takes me about 30 seconds to walk from one house to the next. He said, and the in-between, that 30 seconds is where most people fall. That rejection gets them in that 30. He said, I had to learn to own the 30. And the way I did that, he said, I would put my AirPods in, and he said, I'd put on your motivational videos, that champion video you have. I was born a champion, raised a champion. I got champion in my bloodline. All I ever be is a champion. He said, I went champion knocking. He said, I would listen to that all the way up to the door when I started knocking. He said, when they opened up, I'd push pause, and then I'd give them my sales pitch. He said, when they would slam the door, I would immediately go to my phone and push play on that video and start back. He said that 30 seconds, I got stronger in between each door instead of defeated. He said, that allowed me to keep going and to keep knocking. I just kept on knocking until that Lamborghini was mine. I just kept on knocking until I became a millionaire. I would not quit. I would not let those doors that were slammed in my face get in the way of my dream. My dream was bigger than the world's known. How big is your dream? We talked for a while. And I got to laughing with him because he had this beautiful lady with him. I said, man, how did you get this girl? He said, I got it the same way I got the Lamborghini. He said, I own the 30. I said, explain that to me. He said, I asked her out 30 times. She told me no 30 times. He said, I just kept owning the 30 and just kept on asking until eventually she said yes. We've been dating for months now and about to get married at the end of the year. Somebody out there right now that's listening to me, you needed to hear this. You get up today and you get out there and you own that 30. Everything that you want, you can get it by owning that 30. Everything that you want is on the other side of rejection. But you gotta be willing to cross that bridge, to get those doors slammed in your face, to hear somebody tell you no. You gotta be able to absorb that and keep moving forward. Like my friend Marcus Luttrell, never quit. Success principle number 3, stay focused. I need you to remember this. Broken focus is the number 1 reason for failure. Whatever you can stay focused on long enough, you can achieve. Distractions are the enemy. Let's go to the word. Proverbs 4:25. Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you. Say this: I refuse to get distracted by things that do not move me towards my dream. A few years ago, I had this real estate team reach out to me about helping them go to the next level. That first year, they had done really well. They had reached 3 million. But they came to me and they said, we got bigger dreams, bigger ambitions. They said, we want to go to 12 million. Do you think it's possible? I said, it doesn't matter what I think. What matters is what you think. Do you think $12 million is possible for your company? You can achieve anything if you want it bad enough. When the why is greater than the obstacle ceases to exist. So the question is, how bad do you want it? They said, we want it really bad. I said, okay, get your team together and I will be at your office Monday morning. Monday I get there. They got the whole team in one room. They all got their pens and notebooks out ready to get the lesson. They think I'm about to teach about 5 hours, but in reality, I'm only about to teach about 5 minutes because I know what it's gonna take for them to go to that next level. I said, here's what you gotta do. I want you to put the number 12, symbolizing that 12 million. I want you to put the number 12 on everything that has to do with your business. I want you to get a 3-foot poster and put it on your wall. Just the number 12, that's it. On the back of your business cards, I want it real big. Just put the number 12. On the back of your t-shirts, your brand, your real estate t-shirts, I want you to put the number 12 like a jersey. On your desk, all the knickknacks need to say 12. The air fresheners in the car, when you go to take clients to the houses to show them, should be number 12. When you kick off your Zoom meetings in the morning, say good morning, 12. When you leave the door in the evening, say goodbye, 12. Everything in your business needs to be focused around that number 12. Whatever you stay focused on long enough, you can achieve. Now that company, they didn't do 12 million that year. They did 14. They came back to me the next year and said, Billy, we were so happy with the results we got last year, but this year we got bigger ambitions, but we wanted to talk to you and see what we needed to do, what we needed to change to go to the next level. I said, okay, what is your target? What are you trying to go to? And they said, we want to do 21 million this year. Do you think we can do it? What do you think I replied with? It's not whether I believe you can do 21 or not. It's whether you believe you can do 21 or not. You don't need anybody else's permission to live your dream. I asked her, so how bad do you want 21? She said, we really want it. I said, okay, make sure your team is there. First thing Monday morning, I'll be there to help you. I show up on Monday. They're all at their desks with their pens and notebooks out. They think I'm about to give them something complicated. But see, success is simple. I said, okay, now listen, this is what we're gonna have to do to go from 12 to 21. I said, you see the poster on the wall that says 12? We gotta flip that around to say 21. The back of your t-shirts need to say 21. The back of your business cards need to say 21. The air freshener in the car, the knickknacks on the desk, everything in your office should say 21. Every pen should say 21. When you start your day off in the morning, say good morning 21. When you leave the building, say goodbye 21. Massive goals require massive focus. Remember this, distractions are the enemy. That company didn't do 21 million that year. They did 24. That's the power of focus. You listening to me right now. You have unbelievable power on the inside of you, unbelievable potential. If I could just get you to focus for 12 months, without looking to the left, without looking to the right, just looking straight ahead at that goal, you can achieve anything. Money takes its value. Own the 30 and stay focused. If you apply these 3 principles right here, your life will change. I guarantee you, your life will change. I want to leave you with this. Remember, the reason for the blessing is to be a blessing. The reason you have that abundant life is so you can bless those around you, those in need. Don't forget that. God will bless anybody who is willing to give him the credit, him the glory when he does. I'm Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. Impact 1 billion. Motivational art. Welcome to the Loom. Fire true music. Burning And to God be the glory. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.